College football as we know it is no more. Today, the SEC and the Big Ten announced they would be joining forces, and I quote, to address challenges such as recent court decisions, pending litigation in relation to name, image, and likeness, rules and transfer guidelines, laws governing athletes in the state level, and complex governance proposals. Meaning, we're done listening to the NCAA. We don't need them anymore, but we're going to go about it in a civil way for now. With the Big Ten expanded to 18 teams and the SEC expanding to 16 teams, you find yourself with 34 teams. The NFL has 32 teams and has a pretty smooth process when it comes to managing those teams. Stay with me. Now, I know the SEC has less teams than the Big Ten, but that's an easy fix, and that's another video for another day. We'll go back to that. To entertain you for a quick second here, let's just say, hypothetically, speaking of this newfound relationship of the Big Ten and the SEC, we'll call it the CFL, the College Football League, decide to expand on this newfound love for each other and disconnect from the NCAA. Well, wait, Sheldon, they can't do that. Why not? The NCAA is just an organization that helps manages amateur statuses similar to the USGA in golf or Little League in baseball. Not sure if you haven't noticed, but college athletes aren't quite amateurs anymore with how much money they've been making. So the NCAA has no more say, and if I'm a big business owner of the SEC or the Big Ten, and I'm noticing a piece of my pie is being gobbled up by the NCAA and all these big-time TV deals that we're landing right now because we, the SEC, and we, the Big Ten, have created such a big brand that everybody wants to pay us, why would I want to hand half of that off to the NCAA? I'm going to take my pie back. But what about the other schools and conferences? What about them? You think the SEC and the Big Ten care about the Big 12, let alone the ACC? They were both just hiring for positions and plucked the Pac-12 and pulverized the Pac-12 without even blinking. You don't think that they'll do that to other conferences and take who they want and leave the rest? You've already done it. Why will someone choose to go to, let's say, a Rutgers or a Vandy over an FSU or a Clemson, let alone watch them? Well, when all eyes and all the money are on this new CFL, the 4 and 5 stars are only going to choose of this new 36-team lot. Meaning the likes of the Vandies and the Rutgers now will have a seat at the table. They'll have a little chance to get a piece of the pie because they're going to have all the money and all the power to recruit at a higher level than they once did before. Meaning the likes of FSU, Clemson's, Miami's, UCF's, Texas Tech, Oklahoma State will just now be treated what Division II is treated like now. A lesser level of a football school. Why do you think FSU has been acting like a trapped animal in the ACC, trying to get out of this contract of the ACC and go to whether the Big Ten or the SEC? Just somebody please help me, take me away from this drowning ship, what is known as the ACC. But the ACC has an ego. They know they have to hang on to their biggest fish as long as they possibly can to stay relevant. But unfortunately, the other boats, the SEC and the Big Ten, they're already too big. They don't need the ACC anymore. They damn near sure don't need the Big 12. So off they are, sailing off into the sunset while the ACC and the Big 12 are left with a bag in their hand to possibly go and create their own league or stay stuck where they're at. Now, all this may seem a bit much, but the NCAA trying to pull its last I'm your daddy card by applying pressures on these schools with their investigations and applying penalties to the schools and conferences, frankly, they've had enough. Now, I'm not sure how I feel about some of these schools possibly going away and being left out and going to a lesser division. But imagine a world where we have an NFC and AFC in college football. No more picking who gets in, no more voting, no more standings. Just simply the best 6 teams get in by winning your schedule. Of course, I know you're already going to do this, but blast us in the comments your thoughts on this, your thoughts on how you think it may go, and how you think it should go. Are we way off? Are we close? Am I missing something? I want to hear from you guys, so be sure to let me know down in the comments. I'm sure you're already typing away as we speak. And of course, like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.